here he is, the UFC middleweight king, the Reaper, Robert Whittaker. Back-to-back wins over Yoel Romero. Hard to quantify, though, how difficult those 50 minutes against Yoel Romero were and what type of toll it might take on Whittaker here moving forward.
Yes, but after the Romero fights, there was a lot of time in between fights for Whittaker, which allows you to recover. Because you hear the stories about the guys that say they fight Yoel. No one's like him. No one feels like him. But Robert Whittaker was able to manage that over the course of two very, very difficult fights. And he was able to do that because of the fantastic cardio, the great wrestling mentality, and also the unbelievable striking and the ability to stare down the barrel of a loaded shotgun in Yoel Romero's left hand and feel safe. That allowed Robert Whittaker to keep his belt in both of those instances.
And we knew from his debut in 2012 that he would be something special. He has certainly been every bit that. Still undefeated, here is Khamzat Chimaev making the walk tonight as a middleweight. A lot of people think eventually he's going to be a UFC champion, and he's got a big fight in front of him tonight.
I mean, this guy's a monster, you know, from his mindset to the way that he competes. Khamzat Chimaev is one of those guys that passes the eye test. The moment you laid eyes on him, you said, this kid has something special about him. He has great wrestling, he has great striking, he has great cardio. The guy has it all. And I'm so excited to once again watch him compete and sit here in his seat and call his fight.
The work ethic has never been an issue, perhaps the diet at times when it comes to getting down to 170 pounds, but this man is a problem and ready to impose his will here tonight. Khamzat Chimaev has graced the octagon. He is ready to fight. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. And now for the particulars, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Robert the Reaper Whittaker. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, the reigning, defending UFC middleweight champion, Khamzat Chimaev.
Herbert Dean's in the building. He's the third man in the octagon tonight. All right, here we go with round one, and let us see where Robert Whittaker is at this stage of his career. Most of the fans believe, without a shadow of a doubt, that he is still elite. He's always been a well-rounded fighter. The focus, the aspiration remains on the UFC world title, but a lot of wars in this guy's career, of course, with Yoel Romero and others back in the day. How much fight is left in the dog? Let's find out right now as Robert Whittaker tries to get off to a good start. Missed with that attempt. Oh, huge connection on the right hand by Robert Whittaker.
That is his strike of choice, right? Robert Whittaker is a guy that wants to wear you down, get in your face, make you work and hustle, because he knows that when you're exhausted, he's feeling much better than you are.
Oh, Superman punch. Not always easy to execute. He did so there.
Great timing on that double leg. That was a slick transition.
All right, well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Now maybe trying to get to a choke position here, DC. All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. A lot of top pressure being applied here. Chimaev's back inside control here.
Oh, right to the mount.
Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him, know when to fold him.
Yep, absolutely.
90 seconds now to go in the round. Oh, big shots from the top.
Now he's got a good body position, yup.
Under a minute to go.
Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. Ground and pound strike there now. Oh, another strike lands from the top. Waning seconds here of this opening round. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
This round, I need you to stay a little more
All right, so there's the horn. That means it's the end of the round. And get that man a singlet, man, right? Offensive wrestling on point tonight.
That was a tutorial. That was every single takedown you could secure in a fight. He did it all the right way. He's beating his opponent to the finish before he can try to sprawl and respond. He's a step behind. If he's going to stop these takedowns going forward, he needs to react a little quicker.
Chimaev gets touched by that leg kick attempt. Back to the well with that right hand. It's no good.
Big shot to the head. Oh, back and forth we go.
Circling to his right. Pretty good jab there by Chimaev. Takedown defense is there. Well, he's doing it. Again, going back to the jab just out of range. Just over 3 minutes to go. Oh, and he defends another takedown here. I'm not sure when frustration sets in for the wrestler, but been uphill sledding thus far.
Well, he thought that he'd be able to secure these takedowns, and you can see him getting frustrated every single time this balanced fighter defends one. Hats off to the balanced fighter, though. He knew it was in front of him, and they prepared himself accordingly to defend these takedown attempts.
All right, so that opened up a cut. Right to the target. Let's see if his opponent can survive.
I cannot believe he is still standing after taking that punch.
Chimaev's really limping now, folks. Looks like the leg kicks are really starting to pay dividends for his opponent. Well, no denying that he rocked him, but couldn't quite get the finish.
He hurt him real bad, but he couldn't find the shot that would put him to sleep. He threw a lot of punches, but he couldn't get the one to land on the button that would end the night.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Chimaev. Well, thank God the left one's open, because that right eye is really starting to shut. Oh, nice job to split his guard and get the ground strike home again. Chimaev's right back to the full mount here. .30 seconds to go in the round. continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Whittaker's in half guard. Round 3 next. What a round it was for him, DC, and of course the seminal moment, that big knockdown that he will try to piggyback on here in this next round.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he builds off of the momentum that he gets from that last round. How does he deal with the success that he had and not push too hard too early trying to find the finish? You have to let it come to you as the knockdown came to you in the previous round.
All right, so there is the horn. At times in that previous round, I didn't think we'd get here after that head kick nearly had him out of there.
It was a good round leading up to that, but when you take a head kick like that, when your opponent gets your entire body into that kick, usually the night's over. Very tough to still be standing, but he can't take many more.
Strong hook to the head there by Khamzat Chimaev. Right there, his opponent's compromised, DC.
It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing completely to land a perfect shot, and that was a perfect shot.
Well, we've seen a lot of different elements to his striking game tonight.
Both durable, both unwilling to take a step backwards. What a phenomenal fight. They're so evenly matched. They're going to attack.
He's having his way with him here. Oh, so an interesting decision there as he decides to stand up and relinquish the dominant position. Well, you can feel that breeze octagon side after the swing and a miss by Chimaev. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Oh, he's landed a high number of total strikes here in the latter stages of this fight. He's really picked up the pace and landing far more strikes than he did in previous rounds. Chimaev's bruised on that right calf now. You see it there, DC, with the welt. Don't want to take too many more of those.
Oh, he did a great job of rotating him into an underhook.
And a nice job at least staying upright on that. All right, so he just decides to get up here and let the opponent up.
Looks like that one landed. Beautiful body kick.
Less than 2 minutes to go in round 3. Nice entry there, and able to finish. And they separate after exiting the clinch.
Oh my goodness, what a kick!
Well, he misses with the left punch there. Back to the jab now, no good. 1 minute now to go in the third. Right on the button. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Now goes to the uppercut. Back to his feet. Throwing that jab. Oh! Kick there, we'll see if he can finish. Oh, so what an end to the round. He got knocked down just before the final horn. You can classify that as saved by the bell.
I need you to go out there and finish it. He doesn't want to be there.
All right, so there's the end of the round, and on one side, thrill, on the other, agony after that knockdown.
Yeah, he was able to really damage him with that big punch. You see the hands, the speed, how sharp he is, how technical he is. It allows him to land in spots where his opponent is winging punches. Great strike landed, great punch landed to put his opponent down.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All All right, so here we go with our 4th round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 3.
Yeah, you got to change it up. You have to mix things up because fighting for an extra 10 minutes is not normal. Guys don't do this normally. It's a 15-minute fight, so you have to do things physically and also mentally to make sure that you're ready to go that extra 10 minutes.
Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here. Just misses with the left hook. Huge right hands there. Somehow, his opponent stayed upright.
I mean, he's still on his feet, but he's not up by much.
All right, so the overhand has certainly been a big weapon for him here tonight. Look for him to go right back to it here so he can find an opening.
Oh!
Oh, he is stunned. Drunk driving out there. We'll see if he can recover. Khamzat Chimaev goes in for the takedown now. Nice level change, and he gets it. So, showing off the fight IQ there. He was getting tagged on the feet.
Beautiful transition.
All right, into full guard here, DC. I know you don't like hanging out here for too long.
No, you don't want to stay there. Too much of a submission threat, you got to pass.
Whittaker's in half guard.
Oh, in the mount. He's got to start throwing now.
Under 2 minutes to go. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhooks. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier. Right here, you got to empty the gas tank, John. You got to just go forward and let everything fly.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. And they separate. Final seconds here. Oh. 20 minutes down, potentially 5 to go. So how about that round? Back to the stool. Confidence has to be high. That's a good 5 minutes from Whittaker.
He's still going to be hurt. There's no way he's going to recover. I need you to get out there and finish.
Well, he had a lot more than a puncher's chance coming in. Big knockdown for him in the previous round. DC, talk us through the highlight.
He got in his opponent's face, landed that big punch that put his opponent flat on his back. He couldn't get the finish, but if he lands one more time just like that, he will get the victory.
You ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at this 5th and final round. Straight punch lands. That's as good a punch as he's thrown all night.
The punch that lands down the middle, the one that you don't feel, is the one that lands perfect, and that one landed perfectly. Leg kick lands.
Head kick. Oh, right hand gets up to block it. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten. Look at that. Recognize he's about to lose position. Yes, smart adjustment. Yep.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. North-south position now, DC. We'll see how he chooses to advance from here. Whittaker gets back up. All right, well, I don't have to be a judge to tell you he is losing this fight late in the game now. Time to start throwing up those submission attempts, I would think.
You got to keep going. You got to start throwing up submission attempt after submission attempt and hope that something's free for you to latch on to.
2 minutes now to go in this one. Nice strike from the bottom fighter there. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Khamzat Chimaev. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through.
Beautiful jab there by the champ.
And the referee brings the fight back to its feet. No surprise there. Needed to see more action.
Oh, nice kick.
Well, if body language is any indication, mentally he is not back in this fight after that knockdown earlier in the round.
I mean, we thought the fight was over, so I guess it's a credit to him to still even be fighting. But he's got to do something different if he has any designs of winning this fight.
Whittaker's nose is bleeding now, so we'll see how he handles that adversity, but nothing ideal about it here in the middle of this fight. Oh, he's wobbled now. And now some separation. Oh, what a finish to this one as we go the full 25 minutes. Stand and cheer, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so a very close fight over 25 minutes between the two guys who are undeniably the two best in the world in this division. For my money, I think we got a new champion.
Yeah, I believe we got a new champion, but John, of course it's close. As you said, they're the two best fighters in this division in the entire world. What would you expect when two of the best are locked in the octagon together, but a close fight? I believe it's close, but I do believe we should hear and do.
We'll see how the judges saw it. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. For the winner by split decision, and new UFC middleweight champion of the world, Robert the Reaper Whittaker!
Well, he's still on the right side of 30, and Robert Whittaker just continues to add to what is already the best legacy for an Australian fighter in UFC history. There is nothing this man cannot do inside that octagon, as you saw here tonight. Congratulations to the Reaper, Robert Whittaker.